Hello everyone and welcome to another tier list video. Last time I did a tier list video was absolutely ages ago. It was when I ranked all the James Bond movies. I'm thinking about doing an updated James Bond one now that No Time to Die is out and everything. But yes, today we are ranking all 10 of the Fast and the Furious movies here on the Tier Maker website. I have already done a video just ranking all the films, but I decided to do it on a tier list because I always find these quite fun. Before we begin though, I must say I'm not a massive fan of the letters for all of the tiers, so let's upgrade this a little bit. There we go, that is better. Alright, I've arranged all the movies in the correct order. I'm going to try and keep my opinions on them as brief as I possibly can. There's 10 movies to go through, I'm going to keep my opinions as brief as I can do. But yeah, let's begin. So starting off with The Fast and the Furious, the original one from 2001. This is a good movie. Okay, I've got to say, it's a good Fast and Furious movie. And the thing is that it is very, very different to a lot of the Fast. It's very different to most of the Fast and Furious movies nowadays. Well, all of the Fast and the Furious movies nowadays, because now they're just big budget dumb entertainment movies. But here it started off kind of small, and the scale was a whole lot smaller, and this is when it was basically just about street racing and much more limited than the new ones, and the new ones literally have them going to space. So yeah, so I reckon the first one, I've said this before, but it feels kind of unfair to judge them alongside the rest of them, these first few movies, just because they're so different. But I do still think it is a very good, entertaining movie. I don't know whether to put it in the middle one here, or the second top one. But for now, I think I'm going to put it in I Don't Need Friends, I Got a Family, because it's still a strong movie in my opinion. But next we had Too Fast, Too Furious from 2003, and getting straight to the point, I think this movie is awful. I think it is, it feels like too much of a rehash of the first one. I think it is very boring at parts, and a lot of it just drags, and it is the least interesting film of the whole franchise to me. And yeah, it's just, there's some watchable scenes, but it is not very memorable in my opinion. I think I'm going to put it in just bad, because it is just a bad film in my opinion. Next up though, we got The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. And I think this is definitely the most underrated one of the entire franchise. I do think it is quite a great movie. It's enjoyable enough. The fact that it's all about the street racing, I do like that. And the movie looks amazing. It's probably the best looking Fast and Furious movie. I don't think the characters are great, but they're not necessarily awful. I think this is definitely, I'm going to put it in the mid-tier here. It's not like a mid-tier movie necessarily, but it isn't one of the best Fast and Furious films in my opinion, but it is an underrated, enjoyable one. Next up now we have Fast and Furious from 2009, and I might have forgotten to mention this, but The Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift was released in 2006, and this one is from 2009, and this film I think is a very, very forgettable movie. I think it is one of the most odd films of the franchise to watch, because it is because I've said this before, I consider the first three films of this franchise to be sort of a trilogy, because they're these three ones, they're about the street racing and everything, and then from the fifth one onwards, it's very much the the Fast and the Furious, how we know it to be today. But this one is just neither of the two. It's just a really bad, inconsistent mix of both of them. I think I don't know, maybe I think it's just bad, but it's got some saving graces, but really not many. I do like how the cast returns in this film. The old cast from the original one. I do think it is a bad film. I'm probably just going to put it in just bad. It is bottom tier Fast and Furious in my opinion. But luckily next we have Fast 5, definitely the turning point for this franchise. Very much the, it made the franchise what it is today. It's not quite as over the top as F9, for example, but it saved the franchise, definitely. And it switched things up quite a bit. And it's a very good movie. It's very entertaining. So I reckon I'm probably going to put it in I Don't Need Friends, I Got Family, because it is a great film. So yeah, Fast 5 was from 2011, and now we got Fast and Furious 6 from 2013. And, I still think this is a very good movie. I think, it knows what you want now, because it is obviously, comes after Fast 5. And, it knows what you want, and it delivers it. It was filmed from a time when this franchise was definitely in its prime. This is when the franchise was absolutely in its prime, so I reckon I'm going to put it in, once again, I Don't Need Friends, I Got Family. Next, from 2015, we have Furious 7. This is my absolute favorite out of all the Fast and Furious movies. I was so impressed with just how well it managed to overcome the obstacle of Paul Walker passing away during the production of this movie. And the way they managed to get around that was really impressive. And building onto that, has some of my favorite action scenes of the whole series. A great villain, and the cast is just at their best in this movie. So I think it's the only film of this franchise I'm going to put in the family tier because I absolutely love it. Next down 17, we had The Fate of the Furious. I remember this one coming out and how it was just called Fast and Furious 8 in the UK. I adore some parts of this movie. It's got some really great action scenes. Although it has a lot of story issues and character issues, considering the fact that Paul Walker isn't here anymore, and it has a bit of a tougher time getting around that than Furious 7 did. It's still an entertaining Fast and Furious movie though. I reckon I'm probably going to give it in. I'm probably going to put it in I Live My Life a Quarter Mile at a Time, because it's still a very good Fast and Furious movie in my opinion. Alright, next up we have Hobbs and Shaw 2019. Once again, I do remember this one coming out. This I feel like is the weakest of the franchise from the point where it was in its over the top phase, the phase it's in right now. I think it is it drags in parts. You can really feel the runtime at a lot of parts in the film, and it's just that it just feels kind of, I feel like there should have been a bit more of the sort of modern Fast and Furious formula in the film. Although obviously the chemistry between Jason Statham, The Rock, everything, it's great, so much fun to watch them on screen together. But I do still think this is probably the weakest out of the modern Fast and Furious movies. So I'm probably going to put it in not worth a quote at this point. And finally we have F9. Definitely the very much a guilty pleasure film, as is with like basically all of the films in this franchise. But it's a strong Fast and Furious movie, and it definitely, like I said, it knows what you want, and it delivers, I think, a bit too much of it. It is an extremely over the top film. Obviously, it's the newest one and everything. And yeah, they go to space in this movie, and no comment about that. I think I'm probably gonna put it in I Live My Life a Quarter Mile at a Time, because it is an entertaining Fast and Furious movie. It is entertaining, but it is so dumb and so over the top. But that's basically it for the Fast and Furious tier list. Don't forget, this is just my opinion. Please do not get angry about it. I know you will disagree with some of these. You might disagree with a couple of these. A couple of my choices. But yeah, this is my Fast and Furious tier list. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to. If you want more tier list videos, feel free to let me know, because I will happily do so. And until next time, bye bye.